Hi boys and girls! Today we're going to talk about weight and volume. Volume means how big something is. So this block has a lot more volume than this little rock does. But then we're going to talk about something called weight. And that means how heavy something is. How hard is it to pick it up? So this candle might have more weight than the calculator. So here's our question today. Which of these things do you think weighs more than the apple? I'm going to put the apple in my scale. But first we're going to predict like we did last week. And we're going to make some guesses. So do you think that this block is going to weigh more than the apple or less than the apple? You think more than the apple? Okay, I have a picture of the block and I'm going to put it on the more side. How about my teddy bear? Do you think this teddy bear is going to weigh more than the apple or less than the apple? Which one is heavier? You think the teddy bear is heavier. Okay. We'll put teddy bear over on the more side. How about my calculator? Do you think that weighs more or less than the apple? Oh, I think you're right. I think it weighs less, but let's see. We're going to put it on the less side. Except I didn't take a picture of it. Okay, I just screwed that up. Cut out the calculator.
Okay.
All right. How about this box of crayons? Do you think that weighs more or less than the calculator? I mean, more or less.
How about this box of crayons?
Thank you. How about this box of crayons? Do you think that weighs more or less than the apple? Which one is going to be heavier? I think you're right. I think the apple will be. So then we'll put this on the less because we think that the crayons weigh less than the apple. A couple more. This is a big white rock. It's right out of my garden. Do you think it weighs more than the apple or less than the apple? You think it weighs less? Okay, we'll put that right over here on the less side. How about a candle? It's a round candle and it's almost the exact same size as the apple. So do you think it's going to be heavier and weigh more or be lighter and weigh less? You think it's going to weigh more. Okay. We're going to put it on the more side. Our last item is a pink rock. And that one's out of my garden too. Do you think the pink rock will be more or less? You think it'll be more? Okay. We're going to put that over here too. So this is what our prediction came out. Now let's try them out and see. I have a scale here, and we're going to put the apple on one side of the scale. And when there's nothing over here, the apple sits right on the floor, doesn't it? On the table. Now we'll start with our block. And we said we thought this was going to weigh more than the apple. Whichever one is heavier is going to sit closer to the top of the table. Whoops. Our apple is much heavier than this. So did we predict correctly? We said the block would weigh more? I don't think so. I think we need to move this over to the less side. The block is bigger. It has more volume, but it's lighter, so it doesn't weigh as much. This is one of those blocks that's made out of foam, so it's not heavy. Okay, let's try our teddy bear. We thought this would be heavier than the apple too. He doesn't go anywhere either. That is a really heavy apple. So we need to move our teddy bear. He weighs less than the apple. Okay, how about the candle? Nope, the candle's not moving that apple either. Oh my goodness. So that candle goes to the less side. Okay, the box of crayons we said was going to weigh less than the apple. And we're right, it's not as heavy, so we got that one correct. How about the white rock? We thought the apple would weigh more than the white rock. Should we see? Ooh, they're almost the same. But I think the apple's just a little bit heavier. So we're right, it's still less. We have one more, and that's our pink rock. And we thought the pink rock would weigh more than the apple. It's not going anywhere. So the pink rock, that apple is heavier than everything that we brought. I wonder what it would take to get that apple to lift up. What would we have to do? Oh, put them both in there? That's a good idea. What should I put in there? The teddy bear? Okay. Whoops. Those definitely weigh more than the apple, don't they? How about the rock and some crayons? And a block, which I can't even get in. How about two rocks? The apple doesn't weigh as much as the two rocks, does it? If we want to make them the same, I think that white rock was about the closest. Yep, that's about as close as we're going to get. So we learned two new words. We learned volume, which means how big something is, and we learned weight, which means which is heavier. So thanks for coming and thanks for playing a game with me. Bye.